Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Peace. This your brother, Mr. Holipsism. This is going to be a very short video. It's not really much that I have to go into in terms of details on this. But I just had a question for Donald Trump supporters. So let me see if I got this right. Goldman Sachs and ExxonMobil are American patriots now. This is this is just hilarious to me. I remember when the campaign was going on, Donald Trump said that he used to refer to Hillary Clinton as Crooked Hillary. He said in a debate that if he was in charge, she'd be in jail. Now the question is, what would she be in jail for? Supposedly this was centered around the email servers. That's why he said she should be in jail, because she risked national security. Boy, is that priceless. That is rich. And the Crooked Hillary part is that he felt that she was a corrupted by Wall Street and special interest, which is another thing that's rich after these first the first part of this guy's administration is really rich to me. So we got a former Goldman Sachs partner is now officially the U.S. Treasury Secretary. Then we got ExxonMobil CEO as the Secretary of State. Now I know I probably don't have a lot of Trump supporters as friends, but I gotta ask this question just for shits and giggles. I remember you guys chanting "Lock her up" at Trump rallies, and Donald Trump calling Hillary, Clinton, Crooked Hillary. I personally have no problem with that, because, have at it. God bless. But I gotta know. I just gotta know, and please be honest. How do you feel about your boy picking the former CEO of ExxonMobil as U.S. Secretary of State and a former partner of Goldman Sachs as U.S. Treasury Secretary? Let me repeat that again so it can sink in. The former CEO of ExxonMobil as a U.S. Secretary of State and the former partner of Goldman Sachs as Treasury Secretary. I also put a link in the description box of all the Goldman Sachs people that this clown has in his administration. Are any of you experiencing one shred of cognitive dissonance over Donald Trump labeling Hillary Clinton as Crooked Hillary over a goddamn email server, and then picking that former CEO of ExxonMobil as a U.S. Secretary of State and a former partner of Goldman Sachs as U.S. Treasury Secretary? Oh, and here's another one to add to it. I heard that this is what I always hear from black folks and people like Alex Jones and people who listen to him, that Black Lives Matter is funded by George Soros. Ooh, George Soros. The guy who's going to be the Treasury Secretary worked for George Soros, was an employee of George Soros. Did you know that? So I guess it's going to be lots of protesting from the alt-right and Trump supporters about how corrupt, crooked Trump is, right? I mean, just the fact that this guy is associated with George Soros is a disqualifier, right? You don't accept this pick for Treasury Secretary, right? Right, Trump supporters? Oh Lord, listen. I just got to add this. Before y'all even start, I did not, do not, and never will support Hillary Clinton. I'm just pointing out the blatant hypocrisy and bullshit coming from the so-called conservative, alt-right, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And I also want to send a message out to my own people. Um, One of the biggest myths going on is that there's a liberal agenda. Dun, 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 a liberal agenda. So Barack Obama was supposedly the guy who was supposed to be at the forefront of the liberal agenda. Ask yourself a question. When Barack Obama got into office and he had a supermajority in both the Congress and the Senate, why didn't Barack Obama pass single payer health care? Why did he pass Romney Care, which is basically what the Affordable Health Care Act is and Obamacare is? It's a insurance-friendly Republican health care plan. Why did the DNC, because obviously they have a liberal agenda, tip the scales in favor of Hillary Clinton and not Bernie Sanders, who is some people who acknowledges himself as a democratic socialist? I mean, that's about as left wing and as liberal as you can get. Why did the DNC, the Democratic establishment, push the so-called progressive and liberal to the side? Because there is no liberal agenda. There is no conservative agenda. There's only a mainstream corporatist agenda, and both parties work for the same people. So black folks, don't get caught up in this two-party bullshit and trying to be on Team DNC or Team GOP. You need to be on Team BLACK and get yourself in the nationhood game. Join the BAIO, connect with people in your state, and let's get this thing rolling. This is all a bunch of bullshit. And like I said, this video ain't gonna be that long. That's all I really want to express. And I'll holler at you good people later. Peace.